one of my biggest fears, like when I started meeting more and more family members, was like, hey, are my family members interested in meeting me because they're my family or because of who I am online? And like, that was a big thing that I had like really contemplated for a long time of like, hey, like would my family love me as much as they love me now if I wasn't the guy that I currently am? Like, that was a big question I had. Because like I've never really had a big family, right? So like now that I'm meeting all these new family members, like I was like, oh man, like are they only like, I don't know, man. It's a weird, it's not even a reason to even think that way because like it doesn't really add any value to even have those thoughts. But just thinking about like how different my life could be if I wasn't like healthy and successful, you know? Like, I don't know if the value proposition would still be there. Like, oh, this person is worth investing time and money into. Like, and maybe like and maybe that comes from a place for me where like that's how this industry has raised me pretty much. Like 12 years as a YouTuber, I've always been like pretty cautious with like the way that I conduct business and making sure like things are like kosher and like they're legit. And I have been in situations where people have used me for who I am and not because of like the person that I am inside, you know? Like, I'm a nice guy and I have been taken advantage of because of that. So like opening yourself up to family that is new, you know, can put you in a position where it's scary. It's super scary. But I decided to take the plunge. I decided to take the plunge with it and see where it all lands. Because meeting new family is, dude, it is. Yesterday, so we got back on Tuesday morning yesterday, right? And like I have been like just playing catch up because whenever I travel, I have to play catch up with life. I have to like, you know, get back on the track of like work and stuff and like following, like responding back to emails and like all that stuff. And it was such an emotional roller coaster of a weekend. Like, dude, it was so, dude, tears were flowing all weekend long for me. So it was just a really, really, man, it was just, it's one of those things where it's like, it's weird. It's so weird. You go like a large portion of your life without family members, and then now all of these new people are introduced to your life, and now you have to care about so many more new people that before you're the amount of people that I really like cared about was like maybe on two hands. It's it, like just boom, just 10, right? Just now, but it's like, oh man, that list is growing, and now like, it's just really, it's crazy. See, I've got a lot of cousins now. Well, I guess I've always had them, but now I'm like really getting to know them. So yeah, I'm really happy though. I'm really happy I decided to make the plunge. Oh my gosh. One of my cousins just texted me and said that she's going to draw me a chart of whose siblings are whose and where everyone lives. That's crazy. But from what it sounds like, it's like my family isn't even that connected on my dad's side either. It seems like it's like very fractured. Like it's all like everyone. I think, bro, I'm convinced that like when you get to a certain age, everyone's just doing their own thing in their life. I'm just convinced that like once you get to like upwards 30s, you've got your own little family, you've got your own little like you have your own kids or whatever. It seems like that's when people just start like doing their own thing. But I'm not I don't have my own kid yet, so